I am Rachel, Head of Global Data Operations at Iris by Argon Co. Today I'm going to talk to you about soft process automation and an application we developed for a renowned whiskey manufacturer. But first, if you haven't heard of Argon Co, we're a global management consultancy specializing in operations strategy and transformation. A lot of our team have experience working in the field in operations ourselves. Some people actually prefer the warehouse to the boardroom. And so we understand a lot of the challenges that our clients face as we have operational experience and expertise in the field. We have a global footprint with 17 offices worldwide. You'll see our French office is in Paris. We have a few people in Lyon as well. It's a beautiful city, obviously. And we have our other offices in Europe. So you can probably tell I'm from our London office in the UK. We also have offices in Düsseldorf, Antwerp, and Amsterdam, which are our European offices. This allows us to work with our clients across geographies, and we also have local people on the ground. Now, I mentioned I'm from Iris by Argon Co. We're the data and AI specialists at Argon Co. So we're blending data and AI expertise with operational experience, which I think is quite rare in industry, to understand both worlds and be able to apply data and AI theory to an operational setting. So this actually started about 5 years ago, again in Paris, you might be glad to hear. And now we have data scientists and machine learning engineers in our London and Sydney offices too. And we've developed multiple solutions across those years that we own and we develop for our clients. So today I'm going to talk to you about an AI application. However, we also do work in these other areas. So if you want to talk to us about a topic in these areas, you can come and find us. We're at booth 47, just over across the other side. Now, I said I'm going to talk about soft process automation. So what is soft process automation? It's a combination of robotic process automation and added AI and machine learning. And we see there being four fundamental characteristics to soft processes. First of all, it relies on people to make decisions and to solve problems in those processes, often on a daily basis. Secondly, the process itself and also the data is unstructured. And it's also frequent, but it's difficult to automate because of its unstructured nature. So this might start to resonate with you now. And lastly, because of its unstructured nature, and maybe every process takes a different amount of time by person, it's difficult to quantify actually how long this is taking, how much time this is costing a business, how much money it's costing the business. So the demo I'm going to show you was developed as an application for White & Mackay. They're a whiskey distiller and distributor based in Scotland. They have several brands that you might know of or recognize. Jura, the Dalmore, White & Mackay own brand. They have another label. And the process that we were focusing on was order entry. So they receive orders by email from their retailers and their distributors, and they need to enter that into their ERP to create a sales order. Now, once we delivered the application, which I'm just about to show you, they managed to reduce the number of people on this process from 3 full-time heads down to 1, and they were able to free the other 2 people up to do more interesting tasks with their time. So I'm going to show you the video. Hope I've got longer than 15. Okay, so the process starts with the user uploading the order, and the application is reading and extracting the order contents. And the first prompt asks the user to check the purchase order number. So it notices that there's a discrepancy between the email and the body of the attachment, and it's highlighting this to the user, and it drafts a response. The application, the AI element, drafts a response to check it with the customer. You can extract the different data points from the attachments and the email for comparison, and you can also process multiple attachments at the same time, particularly useful if there are multiple lines on the purchase order. And it's all within one application. Next is guiding the user through to check the name of the customer, and it will also then check the name of the SKU. And there might be specific SKUs that you're only allowing that customer to sell, so it's guiding the user through that process. It's not going to allow you to make an error there. You can check the purchase order contents within the application, line by line, check order quantities, as well as the descriptions. And the application also highlights in red, as sort of a user-friendly guide, any discrepancies, errors, missing fields before the final sort of completion. So it's guiding the user through any errors. So you don't want any errors in the sales order. So once that's complete, you can check the total quantity, pallet quantity, order quantity, and once it's good and ready, they're downloading that into CSV format, ready to be uploaded into the ERP. And that can be customized. This is what the client wanted. They didn't want an integration. They just wanted to download it. So this was to their requirements. And there you have it. So upon deployment, this reduced the processing time of an order for large complex orders down from 7 hours to 30 minutes. And as I said, there was also a reduction in the number of people needed for this on a full-time basis. No, we don't want to watch it again. So I'm not expecting you to read this slide. This is an example of many other soft processes that we see across the supply chain. So we've shown you order entry, but we know that there are many, many other soft processes that people spend a lot of time doing on a day-to-day basis. For example, I'm sure it's quite topical, tariffs. So that's another soft process that people may be working through spreadsheets, details from distributors, couriers, etc., in handling those changes, quantifying or calculating what the cost changes are. That's a type of soft process that can be automated. And if any of these resonate with you, we'd love to hear more about your challenges and talk to you about those topics in this space. Now, last but not least, the magic of AI applications is that they can be developed and delivered super fast. So unlike off-the-shelf software, which may take months to configure, customize, implement, integrate, these are achievable and realistic. So these are the timelines that we work to with our clients. The application that I showed you was against these timelines. So we developed that and delivered it within months, and it ends up paying back within the year because you're saving on time, you're saving on the number of people that you need for the process. So much, much quicker. That's it. I hope it's given you some food for thought. It's definitely more pragmatic as a solution. You can scan the QR code. That will take you to the video, which is on our website if you want to re-watch it, maybe pause, watch it in slow motion, whatever you like. And you can also learn a bit more about our team there. As I said, Argon Co with a nice pink stand at booth 47. You can't miss us because we're pink. Thank you for joining.